So my own name is Ger O'D. I'm a Community Engagement Manager for National Ambulance Service, and my main remit is to manage community first response for all of Ireland. I have a dedicated team of 6 community engagement officers and 4 business support staff. So basically what community first responders or CFRs are, predominantly they're members of the community who are trained to treat a certain type of medical or traumatic condition. Currently we have almost 300 CFR schemes in Ireland with around 4,000 members, so it's quite large in terms of volunteer membership. Each group is set up in towns and villages around Ireland. They manage themselves and we just have an oversight and an overarching governance on the groups. I suppose it's 20 years in the running now, so the first ever CFR scheme was set up in 2004 in Dunlavin and County Wicklow. Back then, what would happen is that ambulance control would ring them directly just on a mobile phone to tell them that there was a call nearby. As we moved into kind of 2008, in the Cork region, they started to introduce text messaging. So it's an automatic text message that comes out from the ambulance control computer. And once the criteria for a community first response incident is met, that text comes out automatically. They receive it. If they're available to go, they'll respond back to us via the text message to say they're mobile to the call. So that means then that our ambulance control dispatchers can see them on the screen that they are actually responding. So I suppose in 2014 we have the establishment of one national control centre for Ireland across 2 sites. So the main site is in Tala, the secondary site is in Ballyshannon, but it's classed as one control room. They both operate simultaneously through one system, and since then community first responders all around Ireland have been dispatched by this text message system. We have an average of 10,000 call-outs per year for community first responders. We identified a real need for community first responders because I suppose they're best placed, they live, they work in their communities, and when a life-threatening emergency comes in, often they are actually the first response on scene, you know, because it could be their neighbour or somebody down the street. So it's been working quite well. I suppose one of the biggest developments for us now is that we have the upcoming Community First Responder app for Ireland. It's going to have an enhanced user interface in it, so your responder will be able to see their profile, how many calls they've responded to, their certification expiry dates, and as well as that then it'll have an enhanced response system built into it. So what will happen is they'll receive a push notification. Once they accept that, it'll open up the app, it'll show them the call details, and they have an option then, because they are volunteers, they're not under any pressure to respond, but they have the option then to either accept the call or to decline it. So if they accept it and go mobile on it, it'll open up a mapping interface for them and take them directly to the call. So it really is bringing community first response now into the future. I suppose another big development with it is that it'll be fully integrated into our computer-aided dispatch system. So there'll be two-way communication between the system and the app. We have to make sure that any app that we do implement, you know, can operate safely within the cyber secure network, within the HSE, and then we have our own system that it has to integrate with as well. But all of that work is now ongoing. The app is being developed, functionality is being developed, and we hope that by December we'll be able to launch a pilot test project where we'll invite community first responders to download the app and to test it for us. And we hope then, based on feedback, any tweaks or improvements we need to make and re-releases of the app, that we'll have a full public launch of the app in all the app stores across Android and iOS by March 2025.